Saubhagya Shakti is a tabletop grinder with an aesthetically designed body that adds to the beauty of your kitchen. Shakti is not just a wet grinder, but it is a multiple utility kitchen machine. It grinds, cuts vegetables, scraps coconuts and kneads atta. It is a juicer too. The body is made of high quality ABS material and is available in attractive colors. It can be stored easily and is portable because of its convenient size. A sturdy single-phase motor assembled as per IS specification helps in faster grinding. It is hygienic, easy to handle and easy to clean. Technical specifications. Saubhagya Shakti comes in two capacities, 1¼ and 2 liters, 230 volts AC and 50 megahertz. For our users in the US, we also have a model in 110 volts and 60 hertz. Its power consumption is 1 electrical unit per 6 running hours. Motor rating is 150 watts single phase motor as per IS specifications. The speed of the motor is 960 rotations per minute. Saubhagya Shakti comes with a flexible power cord made of PVC which is approximately 2.25 meters in length with a 3-pin molded plug. The optional attachments supplied with Saubhagya Shakti are food processor, citrus juicer, atta kneader and a coconut scraper. Recommended soaking time. Please follow the recommendations carefully before attempting to operate your wet grinder for best results. Soaking time required for rice, raw or boiled, minimum 4 hours. Dal, urad, tur, etc. minimum 4 hours. Coconut shredding, not required. Masalas, mixture of onions, chilies, shredded coconut, ginger, coriander, garlic, jeera, spices, etc. not required. Greens, not required. The ideal soaking time for obtaining the best dough is a minimum of 4 hours, which may vary according to the quantity and quality of the medium. We will now demonstrate the operating procedure. Press the pad located on the locking arm on the right side to open the lid assembly. Place the drum assembly on the center shaft. Rotate the drum till it sits properly on the center shaft in the locked position. Place the roller stone assembly in the drum. Close the top lid and press it firmly to lock automatically. Remove the transparent lid. Pour a cup of water in the drum. Press the start switch to operate the grinder. Put the grinding medium in small quantities at regular intervals. Place the small lid. Periodically check the consistency of the batter using the spatula through the small opening available on the transparent lid. After the required consistency is achieved, switch off the grinder. Press the release button on the side wall of the grinder and push up the lid. Remove the roller assembly and wipe down the batter. Remove the drum with the batter and transfer it to other utensils if necessary. Clean and wash the drum and stone assembly thoroughly and wipe clean. Keep the grinder always closed if not in use. The operational procedure of the attachments. Food processor. Remove the roller stone assembly and drum. Place the food processor on the center shaft and ensure its locking. Press the start switch to operate the grinder. Feed the vegetables or greens through the top inserter and allow the grinder to run. Press firmly by hand using the top inserter and allow the grinder to run. Collect the cut, sliced, scrapped vegetables or greens ready for cooking or serving. The atta kneader. Open the top cover, arm and remove the roller stone assembly. Fix the atta kneader on the center shaft of the drum and lock the arm. Add the atta and pour some water. Switch on the grinder. Add a little oil and salt to taste as required and add water to get the required consistency of the dough. The coconut scraper. Open the top cover, arm and remove the drum assembly. Place the steel plate on the base and fix the coconut scraper on the drive shaft. Switch on the grinder. Hold the coconut firmly in hand and start scraping from the side by changing the position on the rotating scraper. After scrapping, remove the scraper and steel plate and clean the same for further use. The citrus juicer. Remove the roller stone assembly and drum. Place the citrus juicer on the center shaft and ensure it is locked properly. Cut the citrus fruit into 2 halves and extract juice by placing on the citrus juicer firmly. Collect the juice remaining in a separate vessel. Remove the juicer attachment and clean. Here are a list of do's. Place your grinder at a convenient height on an even surface so that you can operate easily. Keep your grinder away from heat and sunlight. Keep your grinder always clean and dry, ensuring you long years of service. Always operate your grinder at the specified voltage only. Add adequate water in the medium for smooth and quick grinding. After use, clean the attachments and keep them ready for future use. If in case of difficulty in starting or in the operation of the grinder, contact an authorized dealer or manufacturer for assistance and service if available in your area. Here are a list of don'ts. Do not run the grinder without load. Do not allow children to handle your grinder. Do not open the arm lid while your grinder is in operation. Do not burden the motor with loads heavier than specified in our instructions. Never lay any thin plastic sheet or cloth under the basic unit. This may block the ventilation holes. Do not store anything inside the drum. Do not put your hands inside the drum while the grinder is in operation. Do not pour water over the grinder. Precautions and safeguards. Read all the operating instructions carefully and be familiar thoroughly with your wet grinder before use. Close personal supervision is necessary while using your wet grinder. Never place your grinder near heat sources. Never allow children to handle your grinder. Handle carefully while fixing, removing and cleaning the attachments. Never fix or remove attachments while the motor is on. Never let the power cord come in contact with any hot object. To protect against electrical hazards, do not immerse the base plug or power cord in water or other liquids. Always lift the grinder holding the base intact. Remember to keep the switch in off position always after use. Ensure disconnection from electrical mains after use. We will now take you through the cleaning instructions for longer, durable life of your wet grinder. Clean the drum and roller stone assembly and other attachments with running water. Nylon brush or sponge can be used for cleaning. Do not use rough cloth or abrasive scouring powders or medium. This will leave marks and scratches on the body of the grinder and accessories. After washing them, wipe and clean with a soft cloth and dry well in air. Here is a simple list of troubleshooting guidelines. The reasons for the unit not starting may be lack of power supply or plug may not be inserted properly. Check the power connections and mains once again. If in case the unit is on but the drum doesn't rotate, check whether you have overloaded the drum with excess quantity of the medium. Remove the medium and reload in smaller quantities. Add sufficient water to the medium. If the motor stops while grinding, the reason could be insufficient water in the medium or low voltage. Add sufficient water. Operate your grinder between 200 volts to 240 volts 50 Hz. For our users in the US and Canada, operate your grinder at 110 volts 60 Hz. If your unit is noisy, the possible reason may be incorrect roller stone positioning or incorrect wiper position. Check indicated position and fix correctly by adjusting the nut. Overheating of the grinder may be due to low voltage and overloading. Operate your grinder at the recommended voltage. Remove the medium from the drum and add in small quantities. Overheating may also be due to blocked ventilation or external heat source. Clean the vents using a dry brush. Place the unit away from heat sources. If your grinder is consuming more time to grind than usual, check whether you have overloaded the grinder. This problem may be also due to insufficient soaking time, incorrect wiper position or low voltage. Remove the medium and add in smaller quantities. Soak the medium for more time. Fix the unit correctly by adjusting the nut. Operate at the recommended voltage. Check the belt. If your unit has a burnt smell, contact your service center. Your grinder's motor could have been burnt due to fluctuations in power supply or stress on the motor due to overloading of the unit. If the unit cycles on and off, it may be due to faulty switch. Contact your service center. If your grinder's arm doesn't lock, check if you have overloaded the grinder or if there is insufficient water in the medium. Also check if the roller stone is cleaned properly. Remove the medium and add in small quantities. Add sufficient water to the medium. Remove the roller stone and clean properly. If in case you face any problem that we have not listed in this troubleshooting manual, please get in touch with the service center for further assistance.